Hey, this is Axel from FXhome, here with a tutorial on using blend modes for grading. We will be looking primarily at Imerge Pro in this tutorial, but the techniques we discuss will work just as well with video files in HitFilm Express or HitFilm Pro. So no matter what software you are using, these techniques should prove useful. We are in Imerge, and we will look at a bunch of changes we can make using nothing but adjustment layers and blend modes. In Imerge, create a new adjustment layer. Change the blend mode to soft light, and instantly the contrast of the image is boosted and the colors get a bit more saturation. If you're using HitFilm, create a grade layer. Adjustment layers in Imerge and grade layers in HitFilm serve the exact same purpose. They allow you to apply effects to all the layers beneath them. The way they do this is by rendering all of the lower layers into a new image, which is then used to calculate the results of any changes made using the adjustment or grade layer. So when we add an adjustment layer and change its blend mode, the result is the same as if we duplicated the image or video layer and changed the blend mode of the copy, but with half as much decoding required by your computer and a lot more versatility. If you want even more contrast than soft light brings, then overlay or hard light work well. And if you want less contrast, you can reduce the opacity of the grade layer. You can also use this technique to brighten or darken images. If your source image or video is too dark, try using screen to brighten it, or add for even brighter results. Add can blow the highlights out if there are bright areas in the layer, so be careful of that. And to darken layers that are too bright, multiply works well. Multiply cannot restore detail to blown out highlights though, so it works best for darkening decently exposed images, perhaps to help in creating a day for night look. A few other benefits of this technique: if you have an image which is composited using multiple layers, you don't need to duplicate all of those layers. A single grade layer serves the same purpose and keeps things simple and fast. Also, you can swap out the underlying layers or images, and the results automatically update accordingly. In Imerge, this is important for batch processing multiple images. If you have multiple content variations in a lower layer, you don't have to duplicate those images and update every copy for each image. You can use an adjustment layer above, and then each variation you choose is processed correctly. Blend modes are one area of editing that frequently benefits from experimentation. So try adding an adjustment layer in Imerge or a grade layer in HitFilm and changing the blend mode to find a result that you like. In Imerge, they are divided into groups based on their behavior. For the top 3 groups, the first mode listed indicates the group's general behavior. These are normal. All the options in this group darken your image. This group lightens it. The next group alters contrast, and the last group provides HSL adjustments: hue, saturation, and luminosity. The remaining group includes all the other stray modes that don't fit into the other categories. Remembering this can be helpful when experimenting with the blend modes, so you aren't flying completely blind. You can also add effects into this technique to further control the results. If we select Screen Blend Mode again, and add a blur to the adjustment layer, we get a diffusion effect. Blurs can also soften the results of other blend modes. You can also use levels or curves to block the results from affecting the brightest or darkest areas of your image. Or add a black and white effect to the adjustment layer to create a high contrast image with muted colors. The HSL blend modes are also useful for applying effects. You can use effects to make adjustments, then apply those adjustments to specific channels, such as the luminosity, the hue, or the saturation. For example, if we create a gradient on the adjustment layer and blend it using color, we retain all the luminosity of the underlying layer and just apply the color data of the gradient to it. These are just a few of the numerous possibilities offered by blend modes. They are versatile and easy to experiment with, so I encourage you to try them out. Thanks very much for watching, and you can learn more about Imerge Pro here. Remember to subscribe if you want to catch all of our new content for Imerge and HitFilm.